Okay, good afternoon, YouTube. Pretty excited about this one. This is another watch show and tell brought to you by myself. Okay, what do we got here? The Aragon Silverjet. Now, this watch right here is one of their, I don't know if it's a limited edition or what. They don't refer to it as limited edition. However, I discovered this watch probably about, I don't know, a month ago maybe a couple weeks, a month. And what happened was my dad picked up a watch, and he never buys himself anything, and he treated himself to a watch, and he got one on the shop NBC for a great deal in the all satin finish stainless steel. Same watch basically, and it had just a silver bezel, of course, and it had the blue face. And I liked it so much, he was nice enough, and my parents were nice enough to get me one for my birthday. And after getting my first Android, I was just blown away with how much you get for your money. So I just kind of started checking them out, and since then I picked up the Millipede, which I got a great deal on, and then I saw this one, and I actually saw this on eBay. I was searching for maybe a really great deal on a Silverjet, and I came upon this one. They make this particular one. This is the first execution of its kind that I've seen done like this, and they wanted $350 for this bad boy on eBay. Now I got a sweet deal on this, and I'm not going to mention how great a deal I got. But it was just too good to be true. I had to get it. So a little bit about the watch. The standard Silverjet, the basic entry-level model, you get for about $120 to $150 depending on when it's on sale. This particular one is a full polished execution with two-tone polished silver stainless and rose gold plating. The case, you can see that sandwich design where the actual dial is sandwiched in between the case. All polished. Then you have this nice contrast where you have polished numbers and you have a satin finished bezel, which is kind of like a sandblasted kind of finish, or satin. This particular one, full automatic movement. Seiko, I believe this one's 23 or 24. 20, I don't want to give you a bump steer here. This one is a, if I can find it. Sorry, the light's kind of hit me here. 24 jewels, okay. And I didn't know this, I've been collecting for years, and I didn't even know what a jewel was. On a lot of watches that are automatic movements, which this one's self-winding if you don't know what an automatic movement is. See the pendulum back there? It's got the exhibition window. So when you move your wrist and that pendulum moves, it charges the watch. You have the locking clasp, double locking with these. A lot of the ones don't have this, the little spring-loaded pinchers right here. So you get a nice secure fit. Each one of the links, each screw, this is actually hand-assembled, and these are actually threaded. So very easy to size yourself. A little tricky if you don't have the proper screwdriver. You have to have a real thin-bladed one, but I was able to make it work. Again, beautiful, all polished. This particular execution has the day and date, and you have kind of a ghost wheel where you actually see the numbers behind it, and then your viewing window. And this one has the gold. This one here is the rose tone silver execution. They make this in a black, which was really neat. And I'm not a black watch fan because I kind of feel like if I'm spending the money, I don't want it to look like a Casio. But this is one of the nicest black watches I've seen. I believe it's sold out right now, where it had the silver and the black bezel silver case. It was really nice looking. Then they have the yellow gold one, which I might have to pick up as well. They have the full stainless, which is all polished, which looks really great. And then, of course, the rose gold. I mean, this watch is killer for the money. I mean, I'm just blown away with Android. I'm a big Invicta collector, and I'm going to show it side by side with just so you get an idea of the size, with a Sub-Aqua Noma 3. And the Noma 3s are pretty close to what the Noma 5 is. So very similar watches. I love rose gold, love the two-tone look. Pretty much the same size. 50 millimeter on both of these, not including the crown. If you look at this one here, it goes to 52 because part of that crown protector is part of the case. So it kind of wears like a 52. Just a gorgeous watch. Now, I mean, keep in mind, this watch is quite a bit less than you're going to pay for a Noma. And, the Noma's, all the Invictas are beautiful. But that is a killer watch. Look at that. So let me go ahead and throw it on. Oh, let me give you the width here, the depth. They're about the same. I believe it's about 19 millimeters thick, maybe 18 or 19. Sorry, I don't have the exact information. So again, like I always do, I love the polished stuff, and it's hard to get a polished watch for a really great value, and this thing was just a sweet value. There it is. That's a chunky watch, and look at the light hit that. Let me let you take it in for a second here. Mirror polish. Rose tone silver. Look at that. Look at the silver. I mean, it really gives a great contrast. I mean, it's hard to find stuff that's in the two-tone like that, especially mirror polished. And when I saw it, I had to have it. And automatic Seiko 24 jewel movement. Oh, what I was going to say was, those who don't know what the jewels is, and I'm sure most of you do, I asked my dad, naturally, and my dad knows everything. So, and then I looked it up online. Jewels, basically, on any kind of, and again, I might get a comment being like, you didn't know that. Well, no, I didn't know that, okay? But I'm telling you, you know, we learn as we go here, you know, and you don't learn everything all at once sometimes. I didn't know what 24 jewel is. I didn't have a lot of automatic watches. I've always had quartz. Anyway, with an automatic movement, any kind of friction point, there's certain friction points inside a watch that get a lot of abuse. And what they do is they actually put sometimes real gemstones, generally rubies and emeralds, and other times they use synthetic ones. These are synthetic, I'm sure. And you can't really see them in the video, but if you look close enough, you can actually see the red in there. So this has got synthetic rubies in it, I believe. And it helps the watch to last because the rubies are polished they're super smooth and they don't wear. And it gives, I guess, lubrication, so to speak, I guess. Not really lubrication, but you know what I mean. So, alright, so let me throw it back on the wrist there. Like I always say, I am 5'8" tall, maybe 7.5", okay? My wrist is 7-inch wrist, so I'm not a really big guy. I weigh about 169 pounds as of today. So there it is. I mean, just a beautiful watch. I mean, look at that mirror polish finish. The bezel is a rotating bezel. You do have a, what has it got here? 1,600 feet of water resistance. I mean, that's pretty darn good too. Just a beautiful watch. Alright, well there's my show and tell. I hope you liked it. You'll get noticed with that one on your wrist, trust me. I wore it to work today and it is flashy. Got to get the yellow one. Alright folks, again, the Aragon Silverjet in the mirror polished two-tone execution. If you have any kind of questions or comments or would like to see more videos, maybe a side-by-side comparison, a lot of times people will email me and say I want to see it next to the Venom or this or that. It's not as, I've gotten used to wearing the Grand Arsenal, so it's a little bit difficult for me to go down to believe it or not, a 50mm watch, which is still gigantic. I mean, I used to wear 47s and they were huge, but this one here is this is really one of my favorites now. I mean, you can't go wrong with a two-tone polished watch, and they're not. It's hard to find watches in a full polish. You can find like the Noma 4s. At least some Noma 1s, definitely the Venoms, but that price jumps up, and I tell you, I mean, this right here, you want to get one of these, you let me know. Alright folks, thanks for watching, appreciate it, and don't forget, ads pop up on these videos. A lot of the stuff you can find from some of the advertisements on the videos here helps me out, and again, I'm trying to help you out. Any kind of questions, again, don't hesitate to drop a comment. Alright, thanks a lot for watching. Have a good day.